Right, today I'm with Barry Brown, who's volunteered to do the How We Used to Live project. So thank you, Barry, for that.
Pleasure.
You ready to answer these questions you've
I am
selected?
indeed.
Okay. Right, the first one. What advice would you give to your younger self?
Treat people with respect.
Right, yeah,
Um,
good answer.
yeah, so that's all I can
That's
think.
it,
Yeah.
right, fine. Second one. What is your most memorable time at the cinema as a child?
At the cinema.
Mm.
I used to go watching, I used to love I won't tell when because that comes in later on.
Right.
Flash Gordon
Right. How long ago was that?
was in the 40s,
Right.
40s
Okay.
and 50s.
Flash Gordon.
I'm 78.
Right. Did you go to the Saturday matinee?
That's where I saw Flash Gordon.
Right. Okay.
Because it was
Yeah.
it was a serial,
Yeah.
and it always ended. So you had to go the following week.
On a cliffhanger, they call it,
And it
didn't it?
started the previous week. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's brilliant.
Right.
Oh,
And you
wow.
enjoyed it. You enjoyed it as a
Oh,
kid.
yeah.
Right. Good. Did you have different vegetables than we have nowadays?
Lots. Well, sorry.
Why
there are
what?
There are lots more now. I mean, aubergines. The basic ones we used to have was carrots,
Yep.
peas, potatoes, green beans, the basics.
Yeah.
And then, of course, as people got used to coming to little restaurants, in came the different cultures.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right. Okay. Good. What were your favourite foods or your meals back in the good old days that is widely criticised to be bad for your health nowadays?
Lots of sweets, sugary sweets.
Yeah. Right.
I would not touch salad in any form. Nearly everything was fried. And
Right.
that's not very good for you now.
Well, they tell you that, yeah. Okay. Yeah, well, yes, you're right. Okay. What was your favourite childhood game?
Hopscotch.
Hopscotch.
Yeah, I loved it.
Right. Good.
Out in the fresh air.
Right. Was that at school or just after school? Or
Oh, most of the time we used to try and do it at school, but mainly it was from home, just outside home, or
Yeah.
we're playing out with the kids, the mates.
Okay. Okay. And what was the first address that you can remember
The address where the first...
from where you lived?
Yeah, just 11 Specs Yard, Bramley Town Street.
Right. And how far away is that from where we are now?
Where we are now, it's roughly, if you go down Town Street, there's like a little, if we get to Bramley Bandpool, there's like a little cottage. One of the streets off there.
All right. So you're a local lad then,
Oh,
obviously.
yeah.
Yeah. Right. Okay. And how many people lived in your childhood home?
3. In a one up and a one down.
One, and they were
Mum and Dad.
your mum and your dad and you.
So 3 was in a bedroom,
Yeah.
10 bath downstairs, no mains electricity,
Right.
just had gas, so all your heating would open fire,
Right.
but your lighting was gas mantles like used to getting
Yeah.
caravans.
Yeah. I remember those. Yeah.
Used to have gas mantles, that was it.
Yeah. Yeah. And who, while you were a child in your childhood home, who was the inspiration for you when you were young?
Oh, Mum and Dad, definitely.
Right.
Mum and Dad.
Okay. You got all your everything you needed from
Oh
them.
yeah. I mean, they put me right, and if you were wrong, you got scolded. If not,
Yeah.
none of this. I'm telling you once more, it was done,
Yeah.
finished.
Yeah. Yeah. I remember. And what age did you get your first job, and what was it?
14 as an apprentice sheet metal worker,
Right.
which I got. I got my dentures. I got City and Guilds, intermediate and final,
Right.
and so I completed a full apprenticeship.
Right. Wow.
The thing I remember about that was you never got day release. So I had to trail from Bramley to Coburn High School, Jubilee Road, after doing a day's work, come home, fly across town to Coburn High School and for about 2 hours a night and do the practical and
Yeah.
everything in sheet metal. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now they get day release.
Yeah.
Never got that.
Yeah. Right. Right. When you were a teenager, did you think you would have achieved what you have achieved so far? And if not, how did you manage your life?
Definitely not. I never dreamt that I would travel as much. I mean, when we were in assembly at school, you used to get a couple of, kiddies in school. Oh, we're going to Australia. Oh, that's a long way. It's five months by ship.
Yeah.
And then when I was 24, me and a lad just packed our jobs in and we backpacked to Australia.
Really?
Yeah.
You backpacked?
Yeah.
Wow. Well, how long did it take you?
10 months.
So you've been all the way along. Wow.
All the way down to India and all that, yeah.
Through India and
Pakistan, yeah.
How old were you?
24.
Wow, what an experience. Good for you. Wow. Wish I'd done that. Okay. So what is the secret to a long life?
I think eating sensibly, regular exercise, and being positive.
Right. Yeah, positive, I can't even say that. Positive thinking.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So, what's your earliest memory?
My earliest memory will be my mum, where I lived on Spetchard.
Right.
Piggybacked me to my grandmother's, where I was born, on the Fairfields.
Right.
Leave me with grandma, go and do a day's work in the mill, and then come back and pick me up in the evening.
Right.
So I spent a lot of my, through the days with my grandma.
Yeah.
I was very lucky because in all the times at school I only went to one school dinner. And that was on a trip away from school, on a day trip to York, because every rest of the time it was home cooked at my grandma's.
All right. So you're back and forth from school to your grandma's?
That's right. It's only, once I could go on my own, it's only, well, you know, hopefully to school.
Yeah.
It's now a, what we call it, centre, whatever it is.
Yeah.
To Fairfield Street, it's 5 minutes.
Yeah.
10 minutes, yeah.
Yeah, good.
And then what I do is, when I went over lunch, if she needed anything, a loaf, I'd nip down to get the loaf, or she got the dinner ready. And,
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Them the days, eh?
But there was never any crust left on the loaf when you got back. I picked it all off. I love the crusts.
Excellent. Excellent. So, well, another different subject now. Well, who was your favourite music star and what did you like about them?
Tommy Steele.
Right.
He's really one of the early starts of the rock and roll with the Bill Haley, but Tommy Steele.
Yeah.
And yeah, I really liked him. He was a hometown boy, you know, from London, and he made good. You know, he did, yeah.
He's still going as well, Tommy Steele.
He is.
He's very well.
He's brilliant.
Yeah, right. So what did you like about him?
His attitude. I mean, he wasn't one of these rock stars that's throwing fridges out of windows and on drugs and all this. He's just a common lad like I was.
Yeah, clean cut lad.
Yeah.
Yeah, very good. Right then, did you make a go-kart?
Yes.
And what did you make it from?
An old pram. We got a bit of timber, made like a T-shape,
Yep.
so you had your moving bit on the front with a nut and bolt and a
Yep.
washer, and 4 wheels off an old pram.
Right, you went scavenging pram wheels. Yeah,
And
didn't we
if you're
all?
a bit flashy, you've got a little bit of timber fastened so that you could pull it on the wheel to stop.
Oh, did you? Well, we didn't have brakes on ours. we weren't that sophisticated. All right. How much pocket money did you get as a child? And did you have to do chores or tasks to get the pocket money?
I used to, like I say, I'd go over my grandmother's shop and do a bit of shopping for my mum. And I wish I'd saved them now, but my grandmother used to give me silver threepenny bits and silver sixpences. They'd be worth a lot of money now, but I just think they're just spending them, you know.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh well. Has your religious view changed from when you were young, and why?
Definitely, because I think from early days we used to go to church and Sunday school and it's strictly Christian, but now we're getting enforced upon us different religions, which I'm sorry, but I'm against it. I think it's completely alien to the country, you know.
Right.
I mean, if I went to a country, I abide by their rules.
Yeah.
Because in a lot more, they're more severe than we are. They won't tolerate it, but unfortunately, we do.
Yeah.
That's my views.
Right. Okay. So, do you remember a royal jubilee?
Oh, do I ever? Street parties all over the place. 1973.
Right.
Yeah.
You don't remember any before that when you were a kid then?
No, that was a big one. Well, I wouldn't be born before on the previous one.
Right.
Because the previous would have been in the mid-30s, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it would, wouldn't it?
The Three Kings in the same year, 36.
Yeah,
so
right.
After that,
Yeah.
it would have been a Jubilee.
Yeah.
And I remember with street parties, and everybody got a coronation mug
Right.
and a tin of toffees.
Right.
And with little knick-knacks.
Have you still got yours?
No, I wish I had.
You see, that might be worth a few bob now
I
as well.
know indeed.
Yeah. So, if you don't, after that one, what was your favourite lesson when you were at school and why?
Maths.
Right.
Mainly because I was good at it.
Okay.
I love geography as well, which just stood me in good stead. But yeah, those are my two favourites.
And of course, it will help you in your job, won't it? Maths and,
Exactly,
doing
yeah.
your steel work and that.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Okay. So, how far did you have to go to get to school?
Half a mile.
And how did you get there?
Walked.
Yeah. And who was your favourite teacher when you were a child?
Mr. Brady. He came into the school as a novice on sport. And we used to really take the mickey of him in sport. We were playing rugby and he didn't have a clue. But within 18 months he turned it around. We had a cracking rugby league, amateur rugby team.
Yeah.
And he's very, very good. You do the work, and when you think you've done enough, he says, right, books down. And you get a book out and start reading it. It's a really impressive, what they call them, that reads books. What do you call them? It reads the books out to you.
I don't know.
There's a name for
I'm
it.
not with you.
He'd read a book to us.
What, a storyteller?
That's it.
Yeah, just storyteller.
He's incredible.
Yeah. Well, with Bramley, at the time when you were a child, they'd have a very strong rugby club, wouldn't they? Just up the road there.
It wasn't bad. But Leeds always a big team.
Yeah.
They always had the money.
Yeah. Well, they started in the pub up the road, didn't they?
In Bramley.
At Bramley Moor.
I used to play for them.
Did you really?
As an under 17, under 19.
All right. What position did you play?
Prop forward.
I'd have thought you'd have had bent ears by now.
No. Never wore a scrum cap.
No. Oh, there you go. Right. What was your favourite television programme as a child?
Sooty and Sweep.
Right. Okay.
Was it Daisy May?
Oh, it was a cat, wasn't it? Yeah, I can't remember.
Celine. Yeah.
Oh, you're a
He's from Guiseley,
fan.
you know.
Yes, he was, Harry Corbett, yeah, he was, that's right, just a local lad, made good, yeah. How far did you travel anywhere when you were young? And I'm assuming they mean as a child, like before under 10, let's say.
What are you talking about, holidays?
Well, yeah, how far did you go for your holidays?
It would be, if I was about 10, either coast, either Morecambe, or the east coast to Scarborough and Bred.
All right. You didn't. Yeah, a lot of kids did that, didn't they?
Never went to London. I mean, I don't think my mum and dad went out of Yorkshire.
Really?
All their lives, yeah.
Right. Okay. So Scarborough mainly, sort of away days and things.
If we went for a week, it was always to a caravan at Morecambe.
All right. Yeah, on the west coast.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And that leads into this question. Did you go to the seaside and where was it? So we've answered that already. Yeah. What's the most unusual mode of transport that you've ever travelled in or on, and what was it? And where did you go?
This is as a child or in life?
Well, what would that...
You mean just throughout my life?
However, when you want to read that, I'll read it again. What was the most unusual mode of transport you have ever travelled in? And where did you go?
When we were back into Australia, we got a lift down to Hastings. Couldn't get a lift, so we actually got a lift on a farm with a hay cart and a horse and cart.
Wow.
For a few miles, and yeah.
Well, excellent.
On a hay cart, yeah.
Right,
yeah.
Good. So yeah, very, very strange. Yeah, okay. And what was the hourly rate for your weekly wage that you remember? And can you remember what you bought with it? Your first weekly wage?
I can't really. I can't remember the rate. All I know is I was apprenticed, and I was probably about equivalent these days, maybe £1.50 a week.
Right.
As an apprentice.
Yeah.
Might have been £2. But what you did is straight up to mum and dad.
You give you give it all to your mum and dad.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And then what I needed, I got. It could be over that £1.50, but I got it.
Yeah.
But she got my wage back.
You got the bulk of it. Yeah. Well, that, Barry, is all the questions you've ticked on here for me to ask you. So, did you enjoy that?
I did.
Good. Let's hope everybody that watches it does. Okay. Thank you very much.
A lot of memories there.
Yeah.
A lot of memories.
Good. Excellent. Thank you very much.
Yeah, very.